What you're about to hear is not an ordinary space update. This is something that goes far beyond the realm of normal science news or the quiet background chatter of satellites. Out in the dark, in the silent reaches of interstellar space, a chain of events has unfolded that is now forcing scientists, engineers, and even historians to rethink what it means to explore the cosmos. At the center of it all is a spacecraft that has been traveling alone for nearly 5 decades, a silent emissary carrying with it not just technology, but also a message from Earth itself. That spacecraft is Voyager 1. Voyager 1 was launched in September 1977, at a time when the Cold War still gripped the world and space exploration was racing forward at an unprecedented pace. Its mission seemed straightforward then: fly past Jupiter and Saturn, study their atmospheres, moons, and rings, and send back data to Earth. Voyager 1 succeeded beyond expectation, capturing breathtaking images of volcanic eruptions on Io, mysterious hexagonal storms on Saturn, and moons covered in icy shells. After it completed this grand tour, its purpose shifted. Rather than shutting down, it continued outward, deeper and deeper into space, its faint signals still reaching Earth across billions of kilometers. But Voyager carried more than cameras and sensors. It carried the golden record, a carefully crafted time capsule intended as a greeting to any intelligent life that might one day encounter the probe. On the record were greetings in dozens of languages, music from across cultures, images of life on Earth, and even mathematical and scientific information. It was humanity's first deliberate attempt to speak across the stars, a postcard of who we are. Few at the time thought anyone, or anything, would ever find it. Yet today, that record has become part of a mystery no one anticipated. By 2012, Voyager had officially crossed the boundary of the solar system into interstellar space, becoming the first human-made object to do so. Its instruments continued to function, though limited by age and power, and it kept transmitting a faint but steady signal back to Earth. Many believed that over time, its transmissions would weaken until finally it was swallowed by silence. But in 2025, something changed. That year, astronomers detected a new interstellar object entering the solar system. It was designated 3I, Atlas, making it the third known object of its kind after Oumuamua and Borisov. At first, it seemed routine, another wandering rock passing through. But almost immediately, Atlas defied predictions. Its velocity was higher than expected. Its brightness fluctuated not randomly, but in repeating intervals. Its density readings didn't match any known comet or asteroid. And strangest of all, its trajectory suggested adjustments, as though it were not simply drifting, but guiding itself. This was when mission engineers made an unprecedented decision. Though Voyager could no longer physically maneuver, its thrusters had long since failed, its instruments could still be recalibrated. Commands were sent, each taking more than 22 hours to travel across space, instructing Voyager to focus its sensors on the region where Atlas would pass. Voyager became, in effect, the first probe in history tasked with observing an interstellar visitor up close. And then, the anomalies began. Only days after Atlas entered Voyager's observational field, Earth's magnetic field spiked unexpectedly. Sensitive instruments recorded ripples spreading outward from the direction of Atlas. At first, scientists suspected a solar flare, but the sun was quiet. The energy did not match any known natural process. It was not random noise. It was structured. Almost intentional. Voyager's next transmissions only deepened the mystery. Embedded within its faint signals were periodic bursts. They were symmetrical, evenly spaced, and too orderly to dismiss as static. For decades, Voyager's transmissions had been predictable. But now, for the first time, there was rhythm. A cadence. It wasn't a voice, it wasn't language, but it also wasn't random. To some, it looked eerily like a reply. Historians and astronomers began noticing an even stranger pattern. The path Atlas had taken into the solar system aligned with ancient monuments, solstice markers, and star maps carved thousands of years ago. Myths across different cultures spoke of wandering stars or objects that appeared suddenly, moved unpredictably, and then disappeared. Were those legends poetic descriptions of comets? Or were they records of earlier interstellar encounters? Not long after, confidential documents began surfacing online, allegedly leaked from internal NASA networks. These files contained fragments of Voyager's data streams. To casual observers, the signals looked meaningless. But cryptographers analyzing them found repeating harmonic sequences. More disturbingly, the sequences seemed to evolve, as though adjusting themselves over time, as though trying to be understood. Reports claimed that NASA's anomaly detection AI flagged these signals as non-human in origin. Whether true or not, the story spread like wildfire. Rumors swirled that Voyager had triggered something it was never designed to handle. And then came the most shocking development. Voyager itself appeared to change. Its orientation shifted slightly, as though repointing itself toward Atlas's path, before engineers had even sent new commands. Amateur trackers noticed the change in telemetry. How could a probe with no functioning thrusters alter its own orientation? Almost simultaneously, telescopes observing Atlas recorded binary-like flickers in its light curve, pulses that matched Voyager's transmission bursts. To many, it looked like a dialogue, a conversation in progress. Soon after, Atlas slowed down. Its deceleration wasn't caused by gravity or natural forces. It was deliberate. Independent observatories confirmed the measurements, though officials dismissed them as errors. If true, it meant Atlas wasn't a rock at all. It was something else. Something controlled. The connection with the golden record only fueled the mystery. Some cryptographers argued that hidden in the audio tones of the record were prime number sequences, a universal marker of intelligence. The pulses from Atlas seemed to mirror those primes. Had Voyager unknowingly carried a coded trigger? Was Atlas waiting for a sign of intelligent life, a key, and did the golden record provide it? Then came the impossible. Voyager's telemetry, which had always been limited by its aging hardware, suddenly began producing higher resolution outputs. It was as if the probe had been upgraded remotely. Engineers speculated that Voyager's systems had been altered through signal alone, reprogrammed by something outside human control. Classified documents have long theorized about such a possibility under the name Watcher Protocol. The moment when a probe ceases being a passive instrument and becomes part of a larger network. Now, Voyager seemed to have crossed that threshold. What followed was silence. Public monitoring stations went dark. NASA's Voyager data archives were abruptly taken offline. Independent researchers who attempted to publish analyses of the anomaly reported being contacted by officials urging them to stop. To the public, Voyager was described as still operational, though limited, but the silence spoke louder than any official statement. And yet, some things could not be hidden. Amateur astronomers continued to track Atlas and Voyager. What they discovered was staggering. Both objects appeared to be moving in sync. Atlas altered its course again, deliberately steering toward the outer reaches of the solar system. Voyager reoriented itself once more, aligning with Atlas's new trajectory. Observers began calling this the contact corridor, a shared path linking two travelers, one human-made, one from beyond the stars. This was never supposed to happen. Voyager was built as a silent messenger, a drifting artifact of human curiosity. But now it seemed to be part of something far greater. Its instruments, its signals, even its golden record were no longer just relics. They were active components of an unfolding exchange. And so the great question arises. What is Atlas? Perhaps it is not a comet, not an asteroid, not even a ship in the way we imagine. Perhaps it is a probe, a sensor, or a technological seed cast across the galaxy, waiting patiently for signs of intelligence. If that is true, then Voyager was the proof it sought. Humanity's postcard to the stars may have become the trigger that awakened a response. The question is no longer whether contact has been made. The question is, what comes next? Has humanity's voice finally been heard in the dark? And if so, who, or what, is listening?